Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody? It's been a hot minute. Welcome to the ID Shows, episode 9. We're happy to have you. It's your boy Ivory 602.
And I'm Danny. How y'all doing?
We had a little bit of technical difficulties because we're trying to upgrade the show for you guys, but
We got a new MacBook.
Yeah.
Took a couple of things.
we're going to go with the phone today. Pops is going to produce from the background. The computer didn't link up fast enough. Well, man, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? How about these NBA playoffs?
Crazy.
They feel nostalgic to me. This feels like 90s, early 2000s playoffs. These games have been
Something that we've been missing.
right, like something like the competitive nature of these young teams, these small market teams out here just crushing it. I think obviously SGA is a phenomenal player, but Tyrese Halliburton, when have you ever seen somebody make so many clutch shots in one postseason? Like, this is mind-blowing, fun basketball. I don't know if you guys are basketball fans out there, but if you are, like, you got to be loving this.
I'm loving it.
I'm definitely loving it.
And I haven't watched basketball NBA playoffs in years.
Yeah, so the back and forth, the young guys going crazy.
It's something new too. It's an energy.
We really missed you guys the last couple of weeks. There was so much good basketball to talk about. I do want to see rest in peace to the Diamondbacks and any hopes of having a good season with Corbin Burns going down with Tommy John surgery. I hope, best to him. Hopefully fast recovery. Something about Arizona teams, man. People come here, superstars come here, and they get hurt. I swear we're cursed. That's why I got to move to a new region of the world. Speaking of curses, why did Pittsburgh sign Aaron Rodgers? That's like hooking up with your high school crush when she's 45 and has 4 kids already. Like, why would you do that?
He's stupid.
Talk about desperate. I mean, I feel like their young quarterbacks gave them a better chance. Aaron Rodgers had been washed. Aaron Rodgers has been washed. If you look at his stats the last couple seasons in Green Bay, you look at his stats in his next stint, like, he's been washed. Obviously, that first season with the Jets don't really count, but
It's just a name at this point to fill in seats. I feel.
But the Steelers are such a strong organization. Why would they pay? Why? Like, I don't get it.
Business.
Yeah.
So, anyways, business.
Another fun topic. I just watched a really cool interview with this guy's favorite artist, MGK. MGK. So they were asking MGK if he had any new hip hop on the horizon. He said, yeah, he's got it done. He has a double rap album that's been done. But he wanted to achieve 3 #1 rock albums in a row first before he drops the double album, because he said when he drops the double album, he's going to piss off the whole entire world. And he needs to be ready to embrace that.
I'm ready for it. MGK is raw in every way.
Yeah, MGK is a dope artist. I really love the crossover. I love the artists that are doing rock and country and rap and the way that the genres are kind of intermingling. I really hate the fact that I just read Timberland signed the first AI artist to his new AI record label. And we talked about this with the comedian Dee a couple weeks ago, man. AI is going to take over everything. I don't know how you guys feel about that. There also has been a lot of recent talk about how the AI that's going on in the big programming camps with like Apple and Microsoft and Tesla are starting to kind of rebel against their programmers already. And I think we've all seen enough movies about this to not feel very comfortable about that situation. Like, AI is terrifying.
It is, especially when it can like manipulate your voice and things like that. That's the crazy part to me.
Well, video, like, look at the videos we see. I watched a video earlier that looked like a zookeeper lady was trying to feed a crocodile who went wild and attacked her, and then the elephant came over and attacked it. And it was like this full-on scene that, if you didn't know any better, you would have thought was 100% real. Except for that during part of the fight, the elephant's trunk did disappear, which was a key sign.
Okay, yeah.
I know you guys have heard me talk about my daughter a lot. She's a forensics and a criminal law major at Arizona State.
Okay.
Shout out to my girl, Mackenzie. She makes daddy very proud. She told me that there are actually classes in her law school now to help not only prosecute, but to defend against what AI is going to be capable of doing as far as like deep fakes on people, taking your images, your voice, your whatever, and making theoretical evidence to be used against you and how to go, find it. So really, like, criminal law is going to be like hacker versus hacker pretty soon. And it's crazy to grow up watching these things in movies, and for them to be in movies like, The Matrix, for example, or Man, what was the one where you like move the computer pieces around like this on the big ass screen?
The Matrix?
No, the one with Tom Cruise.
Total Recall.
No, not Total Recall. I don't know why I can't think. Not Minority Report. But anyways, we've seen enough of those movies. There's plenty of those movies, and I feel like computer technology is getting scarier and scarier. And like the frustrations that come along with technology that's supposed to benefit us. For example, my new employer, they want to send my money to a pay card that they use, which is fine. Not that I want another debit card, but that's just how they do it. But the problem is, I get paid, my pay card still hasn't arrived, and so even though I have money, I have no access to it. Then you have major retailers like Fry's and Walmart down here who don't accept tap. So then you got to find a way to manipulate the system and realize putting in an online order is the only way to do it. You know, just eliminating the human element of shopping. And for me, I like to go to the store. I'm a tangible shopper. Whether I'm shopping for clothes, if I'm shopping for food, I want to look at stuff. I want to see stuff. I want to grab it, feel it, get ideas. Like I don't want to look at a list on a thing and then just have a little robot come out and put it in my trunk. Like, I don't know, man. The way the world is going is crazy to me.
It's different. You want to hear my problem?
Yes, let's hear your problem.
I go to a hotel. I pay for the deposit. Okay, it's $120. It's cool. I have a work card for my job. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get the money back 3 to 5 days at the latest. I call. I say, hey, you think I'm gonna get my money back? This lady told me August 4th. It's just 3 months, damn near. Hold on, what? August 4th, I'll be able to get my money. Does anyone have a debit card that when you get money back from a pending hold or whatever the case is it 3 months to wait?
So maybe this is where I have experienced white privilege, because anytime I put in a deposit down at a hotel,
wow,
I get it in like 24 hours.
You know what? And I sound like it. That's crazy.
You sound like a sweet, dependable gentleman from the South with manners and ethics. And no,
I gotta get my braids done. I don't know.
Where the hell you going? Motel 6? What?
Nah, baby, hold on. Whoa. We was downtown Phoenix. 7th
yeah, he
floor.
was at the Friendly Hotel, if you're familiar with that.
Friendly Hotel.
The Friends Inn Hotel on 19th Avenue and Grand.
Hey, I was at
I know.
You said you would.
I was on Central, baby, in third. I was on Central in Third Street. I was on Central, right there by the light rail. It was nice though.
Another interesting topic. Speaking of the Friendship Hotel, that used to be a very interesting place.
What is that?
It's crazy to me how the game has changed. Like in my neighborhood, so clearly I must live in a bad neighborhood, because 27th Avenue and Northern, you go down, you see hookers out at night, and they're toothless, half asleep off fentanyl, leaning to the side on an electric box, right?
Yes.
But I go down the street towards where my girl lives at, and I get to Indian school, and I swear these girls look like they could be modeling on TV, Instagram models, definitely dancing. And these girls are like 50, 60, 70 deep, walking around in stripper gear up and down the street. No police presence, and I'm just like, how do you get away with this? Like, how does this happen? And no, I was never tempted. I don't pay for the kitty. I mean, they were fun to look at, but that's it.
I remember I never paid for it, tried it, but I always remember and seeing memes saying $40.
I know. Itchy kitty's not for me.
Well, but now that's shit like $100. Everything went up.
Right. We're from the generation who was like 2 cigarettes and a food stamp.
Hey, Pop, can you reset that invite? Cause right now I'm multitasking.
I think you need to be on Chrome. We're trying to get the MacBook set up. It's taking forever, but I think you got to go on Chrome.
Okay.
So anyways, ID fam, how are we doing out there? Without the computer, I can't really see y'all if you're all commenting in the chat, but if you are, we appreciate you. Yeah, you are kind of little. You need to work out.
What?
I mean, you are little.
Hold on. I thought I was as big as your head, baby. Stop playing with me.
Man, come on. It's not even as big as my nose, and I got a little nose. We've been broken a few times.
See, usually white people have like long nose, like a ski slope.
Wow. Well, at least you didn't get stuck with one of them Patrick Ewings that looks like a surfboard sideways.
No, niggas
Check it out.
We got like big noses. Flat.
Check it out. You accepted the email for admin, so you got it.
It keeps saying that the browser doesn't support it when he keeps trying to go in.
It's
But so anyways, Pops, what's been going on? Talk to us about Roku. Where are we at?
It's all about getting with Max, getting the design together, getting everybody's intros and
Hell
new
yeah.
fresh thumbnails for their show.
I've seen
You
that you've
know.
added a few new shows that look pretty interesting over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we got a few more.
She said,
I mean, I've been busy, bro, no doubt.
Hey, and I caught your little videos of you out there striking on the golf course. Looking
No,
good.
that was Dante. That wasn't me.
Okay, well, yeah. Well, Dante is out there striking.
Yeah, Dante does good. He does really good. I should play as Dante more. You know.
I feel that because when I used to battle rap, everybody said I'd have a chip on my shoulder and a certain presence about me, and I would describe that as like when I walked into a venue where there was going to be a battle that night. To me, it was like walking into the gladiators' den, and so I wasn't real friendly. Like if we weren't friends, I wasn't talking to you. I wanted to be intimidating. I wanted people to like want to try to come against me because at that time I was just destroying everybody they put in front of me, and not just a little bit, like just destroying them, which would lead to people want to go out in the parking lot and then battle for cash, and me walking away with more money, and then then they would want to try to fight, but they didn't realize that I'm rolling with the craziest white boys that have ever fucking graced hip hop. And so, I mean, we would just go nuts. And I liked that gladiator feeling. It's kind of awesome. Also, when I played football, as soon as I would put my helmet, my pads on, and strap in and like tighten up the little belts on my jersey, I felt like a juggernaut. I would go out on defense. I feel like I could probably run through a brick wall. And in high school, I definitely did. When I got to college, that brick wall was 6'5" and 340, and like 5 of them, and they were just like, "Get off me, little dude!" And it was very, very humbling.
Well, see, one of the things I realized is that with the camera on me, which this isn't new because whenever the big money pressure is on, I've always been able to deliver the shot that wins the game or whatever, right? That ain't never been an issue for me. So when the camera's on, same thing, right? Time to bear down, make this one. And I actually have 2 different putting stances. I have the putting stance that, I'd probably go get this close. And I have the putting stance where, I'm trying to sink this one, right? Where I can actually see the path of the ball ahead of time. And I bear down and I get a little lower on my left leg and I creep a little farther down the shaft of the putter. And I make those putts every stinking time, right?
His confidence is huge, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different thing. But when you go out there and you're playing a character, now none of the responsibility for a bad shot lands on Pops.
Right, yeah, I feel that.
So the whole mindset approaching the ball is different too, because I'm Dante. Who cares if I hit a bad shot? And if you don't think about hitting bad shots, you don't hit near as many bad shots, bro.
That is so true. If you don't think about it, it just flows out way more naturally.
Playing as Dante was a lot of fun. I'm just going to say it. It was a lot of fun playing golf as my character instead of me.
Right, and that's same. Walking into a venue, I never walked into a venue as Tim. I never walked into a venue as like my outdoor civilian self. I walked into a venue as like, I know I'm in the elite level of what's going on in my city right now, and I had kind of like that Floyd Mayweather mentality, but it was almost the opposite of you. I didn't go in feeling like I was going to make every shot. I went in feeling like, all right, I'm 32-0, and my O is super important. So I
didn't go in feeling like I'm going to make every shot. I went in feeling like if I miss, who cares? It's not on Pops.
Oh, see, I thought everybody cared because being a white rapper, like you really have to set a standard. You can't go in and be garbage. You're constantly being tested by people older than you who are wanting to know that you pay homage to hip hop and that you understand all the elements and that you understand the people that paved the path before you. And if you don't know your shit, like they put you on point. Like I had many people, like the first time I did a show with Wu-Tang, I'm backstage with RZA and Redman and Method Man and Ghostface and people that I think are just amazing. And they're like, all right, white boy, they said you could rap, freestyle right here, boom, on the spot, just drop it. And of course, every time, I'm like, all right, let's go. And I would do it and I would impress time after time. But to say that I wasn't nervous or that I didn't feed off that energy to become that monster is definitely would be inadequate. I fed off of that nervous energy would just turn me into a beast where like I knew if I failed, my reputation would crumble. So every moment felt paramount to me.
Now I feel like Dante could be a PGA pro.
Could he though?
See,
I mean, Happy Gilmore too probably did some cameo.
he went out there under pressure. He performed well under pressure for a first time golfer, right? He did really good for a first time.
So Adam Sandler hits you up today for the cameo. You're gonna be the crazy guy in the Happy Gilmore movie?
Yeah, Happy Gilmore too.
No, I'll tell you what. Bucket list: Dante versus John Daly.
Yeah.
Because we have a blast. We'd be out there. We'd just be getting baked and drinking and doing our thing, right? I mean, I don't mean like in a match. I mean, like I want to play golf once with John Daly before I die.
Just shoot the shit.
Yeah, it'd be come on. That would be the ultimate, man.
Yeah, and see, for me, I would love to sit down and just smoke with like Snoop Dogg and Be Real from Cypress Hill and probably Willie Nelson. I would want him to be in that circle.
I think Snoop golfs. He can come too.
I was so weird.
Yeah, I think that would be a blast.
Snoop and Pops would be too much for people to take.
Nah, not me. I can smoke with the best of them. Go ahead.
Hey,
They
Pops.
wouldn't know what to do with us.
Pops.
Yeah.
I know you said that I accepted an admin, but I just re-logged into everything so I can log into my actual MacBook now. So if you got time, just resend it.
All right. I mean, I
Yeah,
had to kill the old
Kids these
one.
days.
To that
I'm
Gmail.
pretty sure by the next time we do the show, the rest of the equipment will be all hooked up, and we got the microphones, we got the dual screens, the laptop.
Hey, we be on CP time, okay? We are on CP time. We gonna get it together real soon, guys.
That stands for Caucasian perfection. Like, I just want to make sure that
That
it's
said for colored people time, okay? Colored people.
when we redrop the show, it's gonna be nice. We're doing a new backdrop, a whole setup. Like when we reintroduce the show, it's going to be a whole next level. Like we got some big plans. We liked how we got a lot more attention from you guys when we were interviewing people, so we're definitely gonna go more down that avenue. There's a really cool wrestling event coming up here in the middle of this month that we're going to attend.
Yes, and that look, I'm really looking forward to that one. Tim knows I want to get some wrestling type of action up in the network too.
So here's the thing, Madness. We didn't get press passes and we were told no. So what we're going to do is go anyways, and we're going to interview as many people discreetly as we can. And when the promoter kicks us out, we're going to put that on video for you. One of the first music videos that Demi and I shot together, we did a music video for our song "If I Had $1," and we were filming out in one of the buildings off of Tempe Town Lake because it was like a cool parking structure with the lake in the background and the cityscape. Right. We're like halfway through it, and the security guard came out, which is a total asshole. Like we were just trying to talk to him, like, bro, give us a couple minutes. We're almost done. We just want to get a couple shots right here. He's like, no, you don't have a permit. You got to leave. Blah blah blah. I was so mad that we didn't get that on camera.
Oh yeah, we said that. Oh yeah,
that would have been a great little outtake for that video. But the video came across cool. Like we just used CapCut at the times. We just had our phones together. We probably spent about 2 weeks on the project, like filming, editing, cutting, trying to figure out all the things. And then Demi really put the pieces together.
Here's something really important that I need to make sure that you say out loud when they go to remove you. Are you ready? You might have to write this down.
Okay, I'm ready.
We're being accosted by the party of no.
No.
We're being accosted by the party of no. Okay, that's ingrained in the notebook. I got it.
Yeah, the party of no, that's all the people that want to ruin all the fun that everybody's trying to have.
That would make a good show topic. The party.
It is a good show. Well, it's actually a graphic novel and a whole CD storyline on the Lunatics Fringe Threatening the Order.
Okay.
Album. Yeah, the whole album is about the party of no and fighting the party of no. That's why I say I want you to make sure that they know that we consider them the party of no because they won't let us cover their event. They kicked you out of their event. You guys are just the party of no, man.
Yeah, we're definitely going to troll. Like if it gets to that level, we're not going to get in trouble or be assholes about it. We'll definitely make it comical because
it'll be funny
content.
Because you say, man, you guys are like the party of no. They're going to be, huh?
Right.
They're not going to know what you're talking about, but we will. We'll all get a great laugh out of it. You see what I'm saying? Mr. Fringe, the guy I was golfing with, he's the lead singer of the band that does that song, did that album, did that graphic novel. That's why me and him went golfing, because
Okay.
he does comics, he does music. I love their music and jams. So, it was like, man, me and you got to play golf.
How often do you get to play these days?
Oh, man, I don't know, once every month or 6 weeks. Not much.
This is a good golf season for you guys up there, right? Because it doesn't get too hot.
Well, I mean, look, I used to play in the summer, all summer long in Phoenix. And I didn't care.
I can't do it, man. Even when I have friends invite me and they'll say, let's go golf. I'm like, man, it's too hot. And they're like, oh, we'll go at like 5 in the morning. I'm like, bro, it's still 1:05.
See, I used to go, man. I used to be that guy that $10 from 3 o'clock on in the summer.
And then when you start drinking beer at 5 o'clock in the morning when it's 105, and by like 7:45, you're asleep on a bench somewhere.
Ah, man, we used to handle it. I don't know. But
I
see,
know.
I'm old now. Now I don't do the beer. I just a shot here and there, and I stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, we
Now,
take
I'm not just staying
shots.
hydrated. Everybody gives me shit because I don't really drink water.
We
I feel
take
like
shots and we take shots, bro. That's
Right.
that's golf, right?
I taste my shot with a shot.
I'm also trying to develop both a video game and possibly a tabletop golf game.
Well, if you need a badass boss character, you can use my name, image, and likeness.
Dante's Golf. Okay, it's gonna be Dante is the host of this golf game, right? So you can understand there's gonna be pre-rolls on the course. There's gonna be all kinds of stuff, good things and bad. You could burn your hair trying to light your pre-roll in the wind. You could set your hair on fire. There's all kinds of weird things that can happen on Dante's Slaughterville golf course.
So are you thinking like a mobile app game?
No, I'm thinking like full blown like Hot Shots golf type thing.
Okay, I was going to mention Hot Shots because Hot Shots was a lot of fun, and like an updated, fun stoner kind of dark version of that would be really cool. And
Exactly.
I know Xbox does, and I'm not sure if Sony does, but I know they have a platform for independent developers that put their games on Game Pass for low prices. There's a lot of them on all the time.
We've been talking about it, but also a tabletop, like a grid type thing, like where you could play Pebble Beach, and it's the roll of the dice that says where you land in the fairway. It's the roll of the dice that
Like
says
a type role play,
like a tabletop dice game. Yeah, a role playing golf game, right? There's all kinds of shit going on in my head, man. It's like I just need people to have faith in what I'm doing, and we'll be fine.
Man, I got a great new employment opportunity that has just completely crushed my schedule.
Oh, that's all right.
Being a retail manager, the hours are always all over the place, and then I have an inconsistent team, so I had to cover several shifts for my assistant manager who was attached to the previous administration. And
Hold up. As far as I can tell, as far as I know, you're in a better position now than you've ever been since I've known you.
Absolutely.
Oh, you ain't got to apologize for any of that, bro. This is like fun on the side right now for you. You're having a good time.
I actually love this. I love the opportunity, and I love the ideas in my head. I just can't wait to put them all together. Like you said, my head is full of a million ideas. It's just being able to anchor down the time to get the things done. But you're right. The opportunity is the best opportunity I've had. It was like $15K more than I expected when I was offered the job.
You see what I'm saying? You're doing better than you've ever done before. You ain't got to apologize for.
So obviously my level of dedication is high because I also found out if I can increase my revenue by a certain percentage, I get a 10% raise after the first year. So I'm
so now incentive comes in even more, and
right. Yep.
And not only that, guys, but he's over here on the side and he's offering to help people make their intros and doing music for people's ad spots and stuff. My boy over here is a genuine asset to the network.
I'm a team player, man. I'm always had the mentality of if I eat, we all eat. If I got a sandwich, we got to have a sandwich each. You
whack at 2K though.
No. This guy, one of these days, we're going to have to do the live stream an hour on our show of 2K so you can see how bad he really is and how much he really talks. Delusion of grandeur is a thing. I worked in the nursing home for a while.
Shut the fuck up.
And unfortunately, my best friend over here, he has the delusions of grandeur. And if you listen to him, he's the greatest thing to ever touch the sticks in 2K. But if you look at the score and the grades and the statistics, they just don't match the bravado. Unlike me, I just quietly get triple doubles and run the score up. You know, I'm just a team player.
Now on to about this situation. What are you talking about again? I don't understand. But I love Apple, but I hate Apple at the same time. It makes you download so much stuff.
So I'm also, for the first time in my life, have the monetary availability to get myself recording equipment to just sit at home and pursue the hobby on a genuine level without having to go to the studio and pay for it all the time.
Right.
But audio and visual engineering, as much as I hate to say it, Apple has a better product. Every good studio I've ever been in, Macintosh is normally the format that they're using. But I have the same issues that he's having right now, is that I can't figure it. I'm so like ingrained in Windows and how to manage a Windows computer.
That
Macintosh, Apple to me is just, it's like Chinese.
It's not even that. It's like, so I downloaded everything. I got everything right. He sent it. It went green. When he sent the new email, it went green. I was in there. It said download Google Chrome. Don't accept it. Download Google Chrome. Can't get back in there.
I can't get it. So again, that's why I don't mess with Apple, but I really want to start producing some high quality stuff. What I was getting into with the video, that when we made the If I Had $1 video, we did it all on cell phone with CapCut, which is a really good program for a cheap price. So
and again, we had to gamble too. We had to gamble.
For all you guys out there who want to make intros or add music or have fun with it, there's a free version of it that's pretty cool. It has a lot of options. For like $8 a month, you can get the pro version, which unlocks a ton more options.
I prefer the pro version. Pay $60. It's probably like $40 for the special.
But you can really do a lot with it. And now, once we have the computers figured out, we can actually do landscape and widescreen, so the videos aren't going to be coming in and that cell phone half screen version. Right. But I would honestly just tell all of you, download the free version on your phone and play around with it.
And we not getting sponsored for CapCut.
Yeah, no sponsorship,
but they lit.
But for artists like us, or for podcasters like you guys who don't have the money to go invest in Photoshop, or they're another big program like Adobe, you can get CapCut, and it really does a lot. Like, we've made some phenomenal videos, like for our TikTok and for Instagram and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
The effects. They have a huge library of different video edits that you can add in, a huge library of sounds.
Make sure you go through everything, because it's stuff that they add that you be like, oh, this is one thing will make the whole video pop. So.
Absolutely. And I was happy to do the intro for JD, and I added a couple little tweaks to it, and he liked it, so that made me happy. That works out. I felt like that little explosive pop where he said superpowers it just had to be there.
He sent me a message. He's like, I really like it. Can you turn it down just a little bit? Okay.
It took me a minute, but I figured out how to do that because I'd never had turned the volume down on. Like I said, there's just a million little tools in there.
He should have called me. I would have did right.
No, because I would have heard forever about how he taught me how to do it. This guy's so funny. I've known him since he was little. Taught him everything I know, and now that he's like 35, he tries to tell me that he taught me stuff, but I already taught him.
But it's none of that he taught me. It's new stuff. Like, I taught how to play 2K.
No, the teacher became the student, and the student became a teacher. Unfortunately,
only in 2K.
He's just not a good teacher.
I only tell you what to do in 2K. I'm the best.
I got to throw it out there too. I got to throw this out there. Today is Travis's 35th birthday.
Happy birthday, Mr. Travis.
Happy birthday, Mr. Travis. Happy birthday, Mr. Travis.
How are your kids so young, Pops? You're out there slinging D in an old age, aren't you?
How do you look so young, sir?
I was like 26 or 27 when I was born, man. I mean, other way around. I was like 26 or 27 when he was born.
What?
I'm getting dyslexic in my old age. What can I tell you? No,
hey, it's working out for you. It's working out for Dante.
I was in my late 20s when he was born. I didn't mess. I didn't get caught in that way, messing around young. I was pretty lucky throughout my teenage and early 20s when it came to that. Or if I do have kids out there, I don't know about them.
So I have a great story for the ID Show audience. Let me just tell you this phenomenal story of how I found out about my first son.
Okay, go ahead.
But I was still in high school. I was a senior in high school. It was probably one of the roughest years of my life. My mom had gone to prison for like 9 months on credit card and check fraud. And we were staying with some people that, she knew through business relations, we'll put it that way. Wasn't a great place to be. But I was a super poor kid, but I presented myself like I had money because I was working 2 jobs. So I dressed good. I played sports. I was kind of popular. I just never would bring people around my house. So I went to a party over by Shadow Mountain and ended up hooking up with this really cute girl. We walked over to the park, had some fun in a soccer goalie, and I was safe, used protection. However, at that age, I didn't realize that the reason that it felt so extra good is because the protection failed and ripped. So my first son was conceived in a soccer goal. So score, right? It gets better. So like 6 weeks goes by. I haven't really talked to this girl because she wasn't somebody that I was like dating. And I tried acid for the first time with my friends. So I'm with like 10 friends and we had taken acid, and it's just at the part of the acid kicking in where the room is starting to kind of, breathe. Everything kind of has that little flowy underwater look to it.
Feeling good.
Knock on the door, and I'm like, I ain't answering the door. I ain't expecting nobody. Another knock on the door. I'm like, man, fuck. So I get up and I answer the door, and it's this girl, and I'm like, oh, like happy for a second. I'm like, hey, how's it going?
You look down.
She's crying. And I'm on acid, so I'm immediately like, oh shit, what's going on? And I'm trying to act normal, but I probably look like Cheech and Chong in that one scene where they were pulled over in the car with all the smoke and they ate all the mushrooms. I imagine I'm looking at her like this, and she's holding out this pregnancy test to me, which kind of looks like a melting crayon in her hand at the moment. So I grab it, and I'm doing like this, like trying to move it around because it just keeps like melting. And I'm like, what is this? I can't figure it out. And I hand it back to her, and she goes, it's a pregnancy test. I'm like, oh, what does it say?
You say, oh,
What are you looking at?
And she's like, I'm pregnant. And I was like, damn. I'm like, so who else are you hooking up with? Anybody else, or was it just me? And she goes, no, just you. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, give me 1 second. And I went in the bathroom to do what I thought was like compose myself. So I went in the bathroom, I'm like doing breathing exercises. Like, okay, like fucking what's up? But the acid is like, next thing you know, I'm in here with shampoo bottles like this, just reading all the details of the shampoo bottle, watching the letters move, seeing the little wave on the shampoo bottles, like getting surfed on. And, I'm just, it's like, come back out. And my friends are like, she left. And I was like, when? They were like 45 minutes ago. I was like, what? I was in the bathroom for 45 minutes. I swear it felt like 3. So that's the story about how I found out about my first kid.
Oh, well, I got a letter.
You got a letter?
I got a letter in prison.
Is that really what happened?
Yeah, really.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's how I found out she was pregnant. I had violated my parole.
Uh-huh.
And I was in the
allegedly.
I was in the unit out there at Perryville where they held the parole violators until they went back into court and decided if they get back out on parole or if they go back to the yard. Right. So they got this little junk fucking yard out there at Perryville, or had at the time, and that's where I was. I see you. I see you over there. That's barely, where I was.
You barely see him, but he's there.
Oh wow.
And I got a letter, and it said, before you went back, we did the and this is what did. And I was like, motherfucker. But I got no complaints. I have a solid young man, good solid adult for a son, so I ain't tripping. He never caused no problem, never was a problem, so I can be happy with that.
Yeah, the situation with that girl, her parents were really well off. Her dad owned several businesses, and like I said at the time, my family was definitely nothing to brag about. There was a lot of bad stuff going on, and he didn't want her to have nothing to do with me, so they actually just up and moved to Prescott, and at the same time filed child support against me when I was still in high school, making like $84 every 2 weeks at McDonald's.
Sounds about right.
Back when they had student wages, because back then we only made $4.25 an hour, which is crazy to me. But it just put me in the hole for like a really long time. And eventually, whoa, you all right there?
Yeah, I was just messing with Demi because he keeps like playing with the window. So I kicked his ass out the game, you know.
He does that in real life too. We'll be sitting here chilling, all of a sudden I'll look over and he'll just be asleep.
Yeah.
Like 1 minute he's like a fully on hyperactive crack rabbit with like an Energizer Bunny battery in his back.
Hey, I work a lot.
And then all of a sudden he just leans and he's out.
I am a hard working black man, okay? I could be up all night and be gone by 4 in the morning.
So you actually went and got the milk and came home?
Yes.
But he got some rolling papers too.
Nah, I got blood, baby. Some blood, some swishes.
No, back when if I remember correctly, back when his baby was a baby, it was actually blueberry.
The swishers.
The blueberry switch, specifically at the little corner store that he lived by, the little liquor store, was the only place that had them, which you find nowhere else.
And it was the minis too.
Yeah, minis. Back when you had to save on that brick weed.
So that's when we started smoking good weed. And good weed means hydro, purple haze.
Yeah, back when that's all there was.
And when it was $20 with 2 grams was $40. Remember that?
Man,
I remember the eighth of good weed was $60, bro. Oh,
it still is. You go to the dispensary, they're crazy.
Say it again.
Some of the dispensaries are crazy.
And the street, you could get that. You could get a half now for that. So good weed.
The dispensaries killed the street game, though, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah. He used to ride to California all the time, I think.
He found a way to get the money. He got the money.
Right. There's always a way to get the money.
And then let nobody out of a jail. You still in there.
I mean, look at Kamala. Look at money. Black people. Harris put in jail in California, and then she goes and just leaves her coke in the White House.
So I wanted to go back to Aaron Rodgers because that makes me laugh.
Oh yeah.
Look, Sharon.
Crush. There was 40 years old and 5 kids, and he banged her. I got it. Yeah, her. I mean,
look, Sharon, retire already. Right? Aaron Rodgers, man. I said, look, Sharon, retire already. Karen Rodgers, whatever his name is, I don't know. There's no love for you in Pittsburgh, bro. You're not gonna win no titles, bro. Go make some commercials, maybe a movie cameo or two, and fade into obscurity.
What he needs to do is just go back to one of those little ayahuasca tents and just overdose into this false reality that he lives in.
I'm just saying, there ain't no more football for you, dude. You're just going to get hurt now. I'm just saying, you're just going to get hurt now.
Usually people who do something on that level like ayahuasca and take that trip, like they come back a better person with some clarity. And I feel like he just came back more with this self-God complex that he's always had.
Yeah, he ain't
going. It's trash. It's a young man's game. Get his ass out of there. It's
gonna get hurt.
He's
gonna get hurt.
He's not even finna fill any seats. That's how bad it's gonna
Especially because why give Justin Fields the ball?
I want to see Aaron Rodgers play. You got this young quarterback with wheels and a better arm.
Yeah, I would take Justin Fields all day. I'll take Kenny Pickett all day over this version of Aaron Rodgers.
All he gonna do is take up cap. That's all he's doing, taking up money from them young boys. Let the young boys eat. One of my boy does say trash.
Also, before this little show's over, I have to give a shout out to Pat McAfee for making a Eastern Conference Finals into something that a lot of people tuned into just because Pat made some fucking noise on WWE and shit. And it was funny. Right? Yeah. Okay. And then at the game, he was out there talking shit to the people at ringside, right? Right at courtside, and he's like, you and you and you, and he's like, send these fuckers packing. He talks some loud shit, right?
Right.
Brought some interest to a series that nobody was paying attention to. He really did.
The basketball Eastern Conference Finals or hockey?
Just the basketball, the fucking Pacers, man. Just a couple last week.
Have been phenomenal. It's insane. That's what I'm saying. It reminds me of early 2000s, late 90s. Like, and it being the Pacers, Halliburton is just summoning that Reggie Miller, man. He's going crazy.
This is what I'm saying. Pat McAfee went out and made a bunch of noise and brought a shit ton of attention.
Right.
To that series, and I'm giving him props because I wasn't paying attention to that shit until Pat went out and like made some noise. And I went, "Oh, I'm gonna go check this out now."
For me, it was the opposite. I was so excited to see all of these young, hungry, small market teams versus the Durants and the Currys and the LeBrons and everybody making it every year. To see all these four young teams, Minnesota's amazing.
I was happy for all four.
Oklahoma City's incredible. SGA, I mean, that whole squad is just so dope. And both Minnesota and Oklahoma City are talking about pursuing Kevin Durant, and that's just overdose, as my boy would say. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Then in the West, and then you have the Knicks. You got Jalen Brunson, this little barely 6 foot guy.
I'm bigger than him,
but playing like a little battle tank.
Man, he punched the motherfucker.
And then Cat is the zestiest player in history, and that's my daughter. I'll be right back.
Cat is definitely zesty. Cat, if you ever listen to our show, Cat, your big ass is zesty as hell, boy. You hear me? You was not built to be that zesty, dude. Okay, you should be zesty. Pop, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Carl Towns, you play for the Knicks. This man probably like 7 foot is the gayest dude ever. It's crazy. Crazy. And like you can tell because he be like, okay, no, like just like that, no exaggeration.
He don't flop though, does he?
Dude, he running to him. He be, like you know how NBA players have highlights of them like dunking or going crazy and stuff, like dunking over somebody, like if you say I dunk over him and I get a poster, this man poster would be like this. It'd be somebody dunking at him in the background like this.
It's crazy. You were living in the world like that, even thinking about putting me in the same sentence as you dunking.
What? Anyway,
I'll snatch block you, even at 47.
Little ass dude.
I'll snatch block you and put you on the ground.
See that little ass dude?
Back you down, give you an old school little Tim Duncan.
I'm not gonna let you see. That's the thing with the world. You guys think that us skinny guys, like you think that we're little, but we're not. Okay, we're like Jalen Brunson.
The problem is I got a strong base, and I'm just gonna big enough, bro.
Inside of here is a goddamn brick wall.
Inside of there,
one that Trump
right here.
Inside of there is an unkillable cockroach.
Yeah, exactly.
You should see when he plays 2K. He thinks he's like a freaking wrestling character from the 90s, all coked out on steroids. I'm starting to play this game. Oh!
No, brother.
Makes voices, pretends to be a crazy white guy. He does all kinds.
Look, guys.
It's fun, Pops. Hey, you should really hear it. It's really fun. Is it funny? Sometimes it's funny.
Sometimes. Most times it's incredibly annoying.
Yeah, I'll bet. I have a best friend who does shit like that too.
I just have ADHD too bad. When he starts getting loud, I get distracted. I can't focus, and it fucks up my consistent triple-double spree.
Shut up. Stop. I just stuck that shit in there. You always do that. No one asks about some triple-double that you had one game.
We're going to stream some 2K one of these days for you guys. We're going to show you. And we want you guys to just talk to in the comments. Let them know what unbiased opinion.
That is hilarious. All right, so look, Tim, I'm not going to keep you away from your daughter. I know she just got there. So, and I have another show I got to do a couple of things too. That's coming in behind us at 9:00. So,
the MacBook is working now. So MacBook is working. Everything else going to work too by next show.
So if scheduling's going to be an issue, just go ahead and tape an episode. Let me know. We'll put you in the studio. You just tape something. You know what I mean? It's
for sure. I think now that we got the computer figured out, and I got some stuff already ordered, just waiting for it to get here. So the ball's going to be rolling for the new improved show, and I can't wait to bring that wrestling episode later this month.
So do we have a choice to either go live or to pre-record?
Yeah. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
So I'd rather go live.
But yeah, so the show's coming up after us. I hope you rock it and have a great audience. For the rest of y'all in the ID fam, we love you. It's Ivory, Denny.
Feliz Navidad.
Pops, have a good night.
No, Feliz Navidad.
Run the sponsors, baby.
Feliz Navidad.
I was looking to see what we had up in here to play because, did you guys see Lori's new Roku ad?
I'll see that.
No, I haven't seen it.
I want to talk
about. Yeah, check this out. man. All right, we'll start with this. Check it out. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Lori Calcaterra from the Tuesday Morning Brew, and I have a hot take for you. My friends, I am tired of remix, reboot, recycle, sequel, prequel. Aren't you? Like, where is all the new stuff? I want to know what's new in comics, in movies, in novels, and music. But for that, my friend, you gotta go to indie. Here on the Tuesday Morning Brew, we like to go right to the source. I interview indie creators, writers, artists, musicians, novelists, actors, you name it. They're all on the show, and it helps us keep a pulse on what's new, what's poppin', and what people are passionate about. Join us on Roku every week and other platforms live on Tuesdays. And no matter if you're drinking coffee, tea, or the tears of your readers, make sure you tune in to the Tuesday Morning Brew.
Yeah, tune in to the Tuesday Morning Brew and every other freaking show on the network. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Later, Demi. Peace, bro.
Being broke has finally got to me, no car, no property. So type these lyrics should have a monopoly on the industry. What's stopping me? My demons are blocking me like Satan's watching me, plotting me for not living properly. I'm sinning constantly, but I'm a Christian. Forgiveness promised me, religion strongly. What the hell's wrong with me? Got me committing robberies, the cause of my own poverty, my own decline. I'm blessed for rhyme, a genius mind, I'm stressed for time, believe I'm trying. My mom is slowly dying, be so lonely if she couldn't share the excitement. The thoughts frightening, God send me a flash of lightning. Sign it might mean this rap ain't no pipe dream. I know it's not an overnight thing, but it's the right thing, I have no clue. Been in small clubs, paying my dues, praying and soon I can lay in my room, turn on the radio, hear him playing my tune. But the waiting I'm doing's got me impatiently fuming. My impatience is proven to gate for Satan's influence. I hate it, but face it, I'm human. Seen too many, let hatred consume them, and I got faith and it's proven. I'm in the gutter now, can only make an improvement. Stop making it.